My son is a genius. Really? Yeah, he's such a genius that he gets straight A's in every class, and even if he knows the material, he still pulls all-nighters multiple times a week to study. And the one time he did get an A minus, he screamed and punched the wall as hard as he could. It kind of sounds like your son is on the verge of a mental breakdown. My son is such a genius that after he broke his fingers punching that wall, he cut the cast off his hand the very next day so he could do the written portion on an exam. His teacher said he groaned in pain the entire time, but his essay was brilliant. Okay, your son is definitely on the verge of a mental breakdown. He's just a smart kid. Like, apparently when he went to prom, his date had to spend the whole night dancing with other people because my son just sat in the corner by himself, frantically refreshing the status of his college applications. Even after all his classmates had left to go to the after party, my son just sat there by himself in that corner, hyperventilating and refreshing his college application status while the janitors took down the decorations around him. Why are you saying that like it's a brag? That's just one of the saddest images I've ever had put in my head. It's a brag because all of those colleges eventually accepted him, and it's even more of a brag because my genius son still wasn't satisfied. He just shook his head and said, I bet I'll have to work even harder to get straight A's in college. And then he locked himself in his room for 3 whole days. Okay, I take back the part where I said I think your son is on the verge of a mental breakdown. Because you realize that my son is simply a genius? No, it's because I realized your son is past the verge and has gotta be like 8 breakdowns deep at this point. Oh, you're just jealous because your son is probably not gonna end up in an Ivy League school. Yeah, well, my son is also probably not gonna end up in a mental institution, so...